about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey everybody, welcome to WCA Extra. I had dealing with some technical difficulties there, but we are ready to rock now. Big story this week is bringing a whole new meaning to quote unquote some, I guess, Watergate, a different kind of Watergate. Representative Mary Morrissey was caught on camera dumping some of her water on her fellow Bennington representative's bag, Jim Carroll's bag. That was right after he came out from treatment from a DUI. He said this has been happening for months, and he finally caught it on video. Kind of reluctantly sent that out to the press as well. So Calvin Cutler covered the story extensively and has a little more information on that. We'll hop over to his story now to kind of fill you guys in if you missed it last night and this morning. So.
Under the Golden Dome this year, property taxes, education spending, and flood recovery took center stage. But for one state lawmaker, a month-long mystery of his tote bag getting drenched. Bennington State Representative Jim Carroll would emerge from his Economic Development Committee room and check on his tote bag hanging outside.
There were very few occasions when it wasn't wet at lunchtime, and then by the end of the day, it was wet.
Carroll was arrested for DUI in late February. After returning from treatment on March 11th, he says his bag was soaked just about every day. So he set up a spy camera, which in April captured his fellow seatmate, Republican Representative Mary Morrissey, also of Bennington, whose committee room was across the hall, dumping water into his bag. One time in late April, mere seconds after Carroll reaches into his bag, Morrissey pours another cup. After being confronted with the evidence and meeting with legislative leaders, Morrissey apologized to Carroll.
Quite honestly, I don't know why I did it. I was not meaning to hurt Jim. It is something certainly very out of character for me, and I am ashamed of myself.
Morrissey was also removed from a key committee negotiating differences in the Capitol bill with the Senate. Speaker Jill Krowinski calls the situation disturbing and at odds with legislative practice, adding, "The integrity and decorum of our legislative proceedings and of legislators are of paramount importance, and any actions or behaviors that compromise these values will be thoroughly investigated and addressed." Carroll, who called the incident sad, reluctantly released the videos this week, saying he wanted to be transparent with Vermonters.
I wanted to keep this as quiet as possible, but I wanted also to make it clear to her that this was serious and that there should be consequences for what she did.
The legislature's ethics panel is now launching an investigation, and lawmakers will facilitate a space for the two to repair their relationship.
That was Calvin Cutler's story. One more important thing to note, both of those representatives are up for re-election this year, and they'll both be back at the State House next week for the veto session. Kind of other news, though, some fun news of our own, especially for the morning show. Our Sophia Thomas joins us now following Melissa Cooney's departure. But you are not new to this place. You've been around here for a little bit, especially in Vermont. You've been here for a while.
Certainly have, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Vermont, born in Burlington, grew up in South Burlington, so super excited to be reporting back in my home state.
Yeah.
And as far as WCAX goes, I started here last spring after graduating from American University, interned all last summer. It was pretty new to me because I had only done print reporting at that point.
And
so this is my broadcast debut.
Yeah, and now that you're, 3 days on the shift?
3 days.
So when I started in the morning, it's been 4 years now, not here, but the first day, I'm excited. Day 2, I'm a little tired. Day 3, I'm very tired. So how are we doing with the alarm so far?
For some reason, I feel like I'm going the opposite. So
Yeah.
the first day, I felt totally exhausted.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I felt like I was getting more in the groove. Like I didn't even have to take a nap when I went home.
Yeah.
And today, I'm feeling pretty energized. Like I'm thinking about what I'm going to do when I'm out here to get outside. So hopefully we stay on that trajectory. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm sure I'm
Yeah.
going to hit another
You'll-
exhaustion point soon.
You'll
but
have your days. Yesterday, I fell asleep for like 4 hours and blew my whole day. So it was.
Sometimes
It
you gotta
still
do that.
happens.
Yeah,
but
it's hard when it's sunny out because you want to enjoy it. But
yeah, absolutely. And I also want to touch on your beat as well. You
Yeah.
do a lot of reporting on environmental conservation work. Tell me about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Started I think back in December,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just been slowly, building up those contacts, figuring out what the newest environmental story is. Obviously, with this most recent legislative session, there have been a lot of stories coming out, and that will, continue to be the case. Lots of different things to dig into. Right now, a huge part has been climate issues, solar.
Yeah.
Making gas companies pay. I think that's
Yeah.
going to be the big subject going into the rest of the year. But yeah, I love it. I love getting to get outside. It's
Yeah.
getting to see a different side of the state that I didn't necessarily grow up with. Like I grew
Yeah.
up around farms, but it's not like I was talking with the farmers all the time. So now I get to actually meet them.
Yeah,
which is
that's
great.
cool. Especially since you're local and you're seeing parts of the state that otherwise might not have seen before.
Yeah.
But Sophia, we're happy to have you on. Of course, you've seen your great work before, and you can continue to see it on the morning show as well. So thanks for
happy
stopping
to be
by,
here.
especially
Thanks for having me.
in our neck of the woods here. In that case, speaking of getting outside, I'll bring it over to meteorologist Peter Kapkowskis. And Peter, we're taking a look at the echo cam here, and it's this kind of a nice surprise here. Not really a surprise, I guess,
Yeah.
but it's a stark contrast from what we've seen the last couple days. I know I wasn't here this weekend. I was
Yep.
on vacation, but from certain reports, it's a little gloomy,
It was
muggy
a little
out,
gloomy,
and the likes.
but
Yeah.
even it's a contrast from what we were just seeing a few hours ago. Earlier this morning, during the morning show, basically nothing but gray and cloudy skies out there, but now we're starting to see some
Yeah.
of that sunshine emerge, and we'll see even more sunshine here as we head through the course of the day today. Got the view on satellite radar right now, not too bad out there to kick things off right now. Again, more sunshine slowly starting to emerge here as we head through the rest of the day today. Here's how we look across the region right now. Again, can still hanging on to a few clouds, especially out towards the Northeast Kingdom, Newport and Linden. Still looking rather gray and cloudy out in that direction, but Rutland, they're starting to get in on a bit more sunshine down there. We'll take you outside towards Rutland right now. 58 degrees, just a few degrees shy of that 60-degree mark. Winds out of the east between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Pressure sitting at 30.05 inches and hanging steady. Most of us talking temperatures in the 50s and 60s at this point. 57 for Saranac Lake, 58 Montpelier, 63 right now in St. Jay, already up to 68 for Springfield, 67 right now down towards Brattleboro, and we're going to continue to warm things up back into the 70s here for daytime highs by the time we get to this afternoon. So here's how we're looking heading through the rest of the day today. Again, more sunshine starting to emerge as we head through the afternoon hours. We'll generally talk partly cloudy skies overhead. Still a chance at a passing rain shower or two, especially in and around the mountains, but really for the most part, most of us will stay primarily dry here for the day today. Heading into your day tomorrow, I think we'll start off the day rather sunny. Increasing clouds though, especially as we head towards tomorrow evening. The chance at a few scattered showers and rumbles of thunder here through the course of the evening hours for your day on Thursday. But really the bulk of the moisture, that's going to begin to make its arrival here as we head towards the day on Friday. Friday, a few passing rain showers. Then we roll around to midday Friday. You can see more in terms of heavier sustained rain showers. Even a few thunderstorms possible here as we head towards the Friday afternoon. The good news is this gradually begins to make its departure here as we head towards Friday evening. And at this point, the Father's Day weekend forecast looking downright lovely. Forecast here through the rest of the day today. Daytime highs back into the 70s, and it's been a little bit since we've actually talked the 70s. The weekend was cooler. We start off this week cooler. Tomorrow, I think most of us probably going to make a run up towards that 80-degree mark, if not a tad higher. That cold front swings to the region Saturday and Sunday, knocks down the temperatures in the 70s here for the Father's Day weekend. Similar situation when it comes to the dew points. Dew points creeping up a bit here as we head towards the day on Friday, but then take a look at Saturday and Sunday. Downright dry air in place with dew points in the 40s, but I want to show you that Monday, Tuesday time frame. You start to see those dew points tick back up into the 60s, and That's also going to come along with some heat here, especially as we head towards the start of next week. As a matter of fact, possibly the start of a heat wave. More on that in just a bit. First, though, your forecast here through the rest of the day today. Partly cloudy skies overhead, a stray shower here and there possible, especially in and around the mountains. But most of us stay dry. Most of us talk temperatures back into the 70s here today. Tonight, overnight lows, they'll fall back into the 50s, mainly clear skies overhead. And then for your day tomorrow, most of us back into the 80s again. We start off the day with a good amount of sunshine out there. A few pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible as we head towards tomorrow evening. Now look at that 7-day forecast. Really, it's that weekend forecast that we're honing in on. Looking to be downright lovely for Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures generally in the 70s here for both weekend days. Then take a look at the start of next week, John. You can see Monday and Tuesday starting to creep back up into the mid and upper 80s, the lower 90s, and I think that 90 you see on Tuesday, probably just the start of some real heat heading our way. As a matter of fact, it could be the start of possibly a heat wave here as we head towards next week. So if you don't have the air conditioners in or anything like that, you maybe want to start considering that, because we're going to start to warm things up and have that humidity return next week.
Yeah, Peter, I've said it before. I remember a month, probably 3 weeks ago now, I suffered.
Yeah.
I suffered bad
Yeah.
without that AC, so it's definitely something to keep in mind. I was gonna say some kind of grilling thing for Dad, but then I don't think Dad would really want to. He probably wants a day off. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
for
some
Father's
people
Day.
like grilling like that.
Yeah, he probably
so,
enjoys it.
yeah.
But at the same time, like, maybe just get him some. Maybe grill for him
Yeah.
if he'd let you. I don't know. Something.
I mean, perfect weekend forecast
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Genuinely looking to be really nice. Also, got the Queechee Hot Air Balloon Festival this weekend, I
Oh, yeah.
realized. And really, at this point, looking to be pretty nice. So, all things considered, right now, that weekend forecast just looking lovely.
That's lovely, Peter. And I almost won a hot air balloon once. I think.
Okay.
Didn't get to do it though.
That would be really cool. That's like
Live weather in the hot air balloon.
You know, I've said this before to people, and I think going up in a hot air balloon would be really cool, but I don't know how I feel about the fact that you're just standing in a basket.
A basket? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Let me know. Yeah.
You might have to do it before me.
Okay. Anyway, thank you, Peter. I think that
Yep.
does it for us here on WCA Extra. Of course, you can see Peter and I over on Channel 3 at noon, and of course, our evening shows as well on WCAX.com. So, without further ado, Peter, thanks for stopping by,
Yeah.
and we'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your morning.